Dear Kenyans, the master of duplicity has finally reached a dead end. Today, when they go to Luo vernacular radio stations and local funerals, they tell the people the government is killing Luos. When they go to national TV and parliament, they tell the people the government is killing Kenyans. They tell them they are killing innocent Kenyans who are just on a peaceful demonstration. Peaceful demonstrations indeed. Incidentally, none of the perpetrators of the demonstrations ever take to social media, main media, or wherever else to tell the people what constitutes a peaceful demonstration. From where I sit, blocking roads with stones and extorting motorists, stoning buildings, lighting bonfires, robbing passers-by, looting cannot qualify to be peaceful demonstrations. And Raila Odinga knows this very well. In fact, when he sends these people to the streets, this is what he wants them to do. So that they are killed, then tell them, it is not me killing you. It is the government of the day killing you. It is the Luos in government collaborating with the government of the day to kill you. And that is why they have not condemned the government. Raila Odinga, it is your duty to condemn the government if it does a wrong thing. But when you send policemen outside to maintain law and order, and your protesters blindly and literally refuse to maintain law and order, thinking you have the powers that you will save them, then I can tell you they are risking their lives. There was once a Luo girl in Uganda called Alice Aumalakwena. He lied to Ugandans that he could fight Museveni's troops using stones only. They were massacred. They were butchered. In the end, she took exile into Kenya. Those lives went like that. Raila Odinga is no different. Unfortunately, he has captured the local media. From morning to evening, especially the Luo local media, spend their time inciting the Luos against local Luo leaders, even more than the national government. Because Raila Odinga's aim and motive is to incite the Luo against anybody in Luo land who goes against him. Because the Luos are his cash cow. Any defiance in Luo means he may not collect all the monies he collects from nomination certificates that he sells blatantly. In the last general election, there is nobody who won his or her certificate freely and fairly. He talks about democracy, yet he never practices it where he has the power and chance. But God is mysterious. Raila Odinga can swear with the Bible, will never win the presidency in Kenya now, in future, or in the past. In any case, he never wants it. He's satisfied with being the president of the Luo, the supreme ruler of the Luo. All the Luo, 16 million of them, have surrendered their brains to him. They use his brain. They do not even have the right to choose who is going to be their leader. Raila does it for them. He walks into Siaya and tells them, your governor will be Orengo. He walks into Kisumu, he tells them, your governor will be Nyong'o. He walks into Homa Bay, he tells them, your governor will be Wanga. He walks to Migori and tells them, your governor will be Ochilo. And they look helpless, they can do nothing. It takes a bold, brave man to tell him off, to tell him no, to tell him, let my people go. Today, Raila is telling us he wanted Suluhu or Ramaphosa to come to mediate between him and Ruto. I don't understand how Suluhu or Ramaphosa is coming to mediate the cost of living in Kenya. How they are coming to negotiate the price of unga in Kenya. How they are coming to negotiate the finance bill in Kenya. If Raila believes he succeeded in bringing democracy to Kenya, then he should go by what is served by that democracy in parliament. If he believes that he succeeded in bringing the rule of law to Kenya, then he should go by what is served by the courts in Kenya. That is what ought to happen. You cannot run away from parliament every time you are outnumbered. Oppose the courts every time they don't rule in your way. You cannot, because we need a Kenya which is predictable. We need a Kenya which obeys the rule of law and democracy. So I can tell you Kenyans, Raila Odinga finally has reached that end. You can see it in his face. You can watch it in his demeanor. And you can hear it in his voice. He is desperate. But what is shocking, he is inciting people against Luo leaders. Yet these people he is inciting are telling the other Luo leaders that you are traitors because you are rejecting Raila, your own son. Let me also tell them they are traitors because they are rejecting Luo leaders in government who are their own sons and daughters. That is the truth. We must use the same yardstick for everyone. And I can tell Raila Odinga, William Ruto is not Uhuru Kenyatta. This is a self-made man. This is a brilliant man whose education is traceable. He will not budge. Thank you.